What's going on, guys? We are back for the next episode of Tale of Three Dragons, our Pathfinder Gestalt patron game. Super awesome, very Dragon Empires, so monk. Wow. Rostiki, you are the greatest. Thank you for your help and support. And we're a little strapped for time, so we're gonna just let the rubber meet the road. Y'all know the drill. Oh look! Oh look, it's a 2. That's an evens. That means, of course, oh, well, Ross can't see that. Oh, I feel so bad. But, in fact, it is Tarask up first.
This is delightful. Apparently, not knowing my baby name, apparently being dropped off as an orphan, apparently having a not so real name, and now having weird creatures following me everywhere. Apparently, all of this is my fault. And now I have these ancient, dangerous creatures older than the abyss and the nine hells and all that fun stuff chasing after me to do God's only knows what to me. And I'm getting yelled at. Like, I sat around and was like, you know what? I want to have no names. So that way I can deal with all the weird monsters today. This is frustrating. Every time we get a step forward, we are told to take 20 back.
Welcome, my friend, to Pathfinder. And no hero point, because we're running this one. You still got that hero point. Anru, same from you.
I've heard from many people that I am a soulless monster, and apparently now I have proof.
Well done. Well done.
So, yes, well, to names, I guess. Hey, we're leaving. There was a dragon turtle that took my kukri.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get it back. I love that knife.
Fair enough. Take that hero point, my friend. And now, you guys, we're going to pick up just straight from where we left off. Ramparasad is your oyster. Several shops, several places you can go to buy and sell, several inns, food, the likes of which you've never had in your whole life, etc., etc.
There's no mushroom beer.
There's no mushroom beer! It is unfortunate. You need to go back very far. Forest of Spirits, very far from main quest. You might die. I miss Yuli.
Yeah, worth it. It's
was
mushroom
fun.
beer.
Very worth it. And to bring the map up on where everybody can see it on Twitch and OBS and stuff, bam. It's not the best map in the world, because I quickly made it between here and there, because I didn't know how much time you guys would spend in Parsad. But the Wandering Isles are south of where you guys are. The fastest route is probably to use your magic boat, head back up to like the southern bits of the Gulf of Shidao, and then swing directly south. Though that's not necessarily a set-in-stone path. You could cross over the mountains. There are several rivers throughout this part of the world. They would take you through the Vlashmai jungle, which is its own animal, I'll say.
Nearly died in there. We nearly died in there. We nearly died over there. Oh yeah, we nearly died over there.
And the Vlashmai jungle is real dangerous. You guys would both know that's where lots and lots of lost empires originated there.
And we left some blood over there, and up there.
Fair.
Did we leave some over there? I think we did. Did we? Yeah.
Oh, several gallons.
Oh, yes. Before we leave, there is one thing I would like to purchase.
Okay.
And sell.
Okay.
I'm going to sell the Jite, yeah. I will sell that. How much would that get me?
You'd get half the value, so 1,000.
So 1,000 gold into my inventory. That's good. Now then, how much would 2 Masterwork Wakasashis put me back? Standard Wakasashi is 35.
So 335. X2. If
335 times 2.
If they're masterwork, they would be coming directly from the academy, and there's definitely the whole place is open, the libraries, every single caster of every like school almost that you can imagine. And if you could shell out for it, pretty much any material, the students of the School of Metal, they move to it, and they it's almost like a very advanced transmutation. They're just like whap, and then so it was.
Okay, so 335 though.
I do actually benefit from 2-weapon fighting, so 2 of those would actually.
All right, well then I get other hands on 3 Masterwork Wakasashis. I give 2 to Onru and 1 to myself.
Okay, they'll let you have it for a flat 1,000, and as you commission them, they pick up The
A
entire...
flat 1,000? Ooh, I save 5 gold.
Oh, congratulations. I'm bad at math, and you can exploit it. But uh, they, the weapon, as you ask for it, and they pick up just like a block of steel, not unlike like a big brick, and just hand goes to it. 1, 2, boom. And then there's no decoration on it. There's no like wrapping around the hilt, and the hilt is made of the same piece of metal as the blade. It's just one solid thing. Drops down onto a table, fully formed and ready, and then 2, 3. This is the weapons, because they're pretty easy. Masterwork is the basic. I shouldn't call it geomancy, because that'd obviously be earth, but like to work with metal in this way, it's probably like the first thing that's taught. So there's a big hobgoblin, bigger than most of them. They stand about like 4 foot tall. This one's closer to 5, overseeing a young Tengu woman who just like, and so it was. He nods, and then 2, 3, and so it was. They are created.
Nathan, I will hand over the
So,
two.
where would we actually get the wrappings for these?
They don't respond.
No, not asking where we'd get them. I want to know where we'd purchase them if we need to be, because it's only a bit of strip of silk. It should only take a few silver.
Well, you could go find them in town, certainly. Again, it's minus the fun bits. I will say it's a lot like New Orleans and Mardi Gras, just constantly.
Could either of y'all put this mark on my 2 weapons, indicating the brand on my arm for the Kumiginja Monastery?
And so it was. It's Tengu have claws, kind of. They don't have like a claw attack. Well, yeah, they do. They totally do. Like push down with 2 taloned fingers and just quickly. I guess I need to figure out what that is. How can we do this? I think how I want to do it as an Imperial Dragon in Ascension. There's a like up down from the mountain and like circling around the mountain. Normally it's indicated as a sky dragon, because those are the LG ones of like brilliant purple wrapping around the mountain and then like flying up serpentine.
You know what? I am going to get myself a katana.
Okay. Are you proficient?
I will be.
Fair. Okay. I am like 90% sure. And this session becomes looking up things. Hooray for everyone watching. I'm going to quickly check. I believe it's a martial weapon. It's like a bastard sword. Martial weapon, 2-handed. Exotic weapon, 1-handed.
Yeah. I will fix that soon enough.
Fair. Okay.
You know what this is for.
I do. Fair. Okay. Duly. In that case, how many levels before that becomes relevant?
I mean, if I could get my hands on Effortless Lace, then that will make it, you know... How hard is it to get Effortless Lace? Like, what does that cost?
Effortless Lace is like 1,000 gold.
Oh, okay. I can spend 1,000 gold to avoid taking a level in Swashbuckler.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll double check. The crafting price is 1250. Very good.
1250. Yeah, I can do... Is a craft wondrous item?
Yes.
I mean...
Oh my god, also, you know what else that does? It wouldn't... Yeah, it would. I didn't realize this. There's the first part of Effortless Lace says, when wrapped around the grip of a different hours, it reduces the attack roll penalty incurred by a wielder who is smaller than the weapon's intended wielder by 2 to a minimum of 0. So you could Amiri it. And you wouldn't have a D6 katana. You could have the full...
I could have a full DA katana?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna buy the full DA katana for myself then.
Okay. Okay, so as you do so, knowing that this is going to be story relevant, okay. Haven't talked about it, but Tarask is a cleric of Kijang. What is, if you had to pick of the spokes in the wheel of the elements, which would Tarask most, as I continue to draw all over the place?
Water, because my domain is healing.
Fair enough. Okay. In that case, Ardra returns. Wait.
Yes?
Little one. I should not let you leave without... And you still have to pay for this, but you require more. though you are trained in another area, though you are not one of us, you are, in fact, one of us. She claps her hands together and brings them out. As she does so, it's very slow and methodical, almost as if she's straining, as if her hands were the same poles of a magnet pushed together, but she's able to, like, get from here out. Water forms, like individual droplets of water, moisture pulled from the air. As she goes out, she gets about to, like, the length of a katana. The katana is a brilliant cerulean in color, and as you look upon it, imagine if it was like glass and like a tank, and it was filled with water, but it doesn't slosh necessarily so much as it, like, serenely waves. As you take it and you give it like a test swing.
This sounds cool as hell.
Thank you. As you give it like a test swing, the water, it, like, in that direction, and the blue of the water turns white, as if to, like the froth of a wave, right? It's just like in that direction. It's still just a non-magical, very flavored katana, but you'll be very good with it eventually. It's not often we're called upon to create weapons of war, but I would be remiss if something happened to you, little one.
I appreciate the gift. Well, the I guess the down payment, in a sense, or something of that nature.
It is a gift. You must pay for services, but there is, as I said, both of you lack spirit. Both of you are empty vessels that can still be filled, and I anticipate greatness to be filled within the pair of you. But for now, you must go.
I do have one question that worries me before you go, Headmistress.
She looks up.
If we are filled with the spirit, will that change who we are?
It's hard to say. In most cases, the body cannot function without the spirit cannot function without the body. Both tend to wither and die. It's a miracle. Both of you have lasted.
That we have lasted.
Yes.
That we managed to mature and reach an age.
That is correct.
Well past maturity.
That is correct. It usually claims one's life.
Well, anything that tries to take me out, I'm going to take it out first. Spin my scythe.
She rolls her eyes. I would, if I were you, I would avoid the spirit. You've been so long without it. You're not prepared. You're not, especially without a true name. You are not able to accept it. And both of you know, like, the air gets colder when it's around. It reaches out to you. You reach back, and it hurts.
Oh yeah. Oh, everything's starting to make sense now. But then that brings up my question of, will this kind of lead to a duality where we are aware that our body and our spirit were not created together, but instead came together?
All bodies and spirits come together. Unfortunately, it tends to happen at a much younger age, and this is why it is a problem.
Well,
we believe
I don't know.
that when a humanoid is born, the soul leaves its time as something in the great beyond, think angels, archons, and returns again fresh to inhabit this body. When you die, normally, your soul leaves, and it goes before Pharasma herself to seek judgment, and so the cycle continues. And so the wheel remains unbroken. In your case, the wheel is
Mahogany.
In your case, the wheel is, well, you know. I will not keep you any longer. And she turns and...
Yeah. As she's walking away, I looked at Tarask. I don't care what this spirit thinks my name is. I have chosen my own name.
Fair. I don't think it cares that you've chosen your own name as well.
We'll see who wins.
I think we're going to win. I pray that we win. Well, then again, something I've always been curious about. Does Kishong actually call for prayer? He's kind of a weird god in that regard.
Probably. But I imagine it doesn't look the same as like a Western god.
Yeah, this is by far a very Eastern religion, which is cool. I like it. I
like it too.
Yeah.
After getting a request to cover the Hindu goddess Kali, I'm realizing I like Eastern religions a lot better than Western religions. Though this may be that I've been very exposed to Western religions my whole life.
Yeah.
As a Western living individual. Okay, so Kijang, Master. I'm looking at regions. That won't help us.
That's something we can look up later when we're not streaming, or I can look up myself.
On our way out of town, I'm going to find a place that can provide ever-burning torches. I've got 8 platinum, 8 gold, and 5 silver. That should be enough for, I believe, 6.
Yeah, that's fair. You certainly could.
And I will purchase 6 of them and stuff them into my bag.
Noted. Okie dokie. So you guys head out. I will switch the map on OBS so we can see the boat path. The boat path is not necessarily the path you have to take, but it is the fastest. It would require... You don't necessarily even have to leave back through the Sikhi rainforest if you don't want to. You could head... like I said, all the canals in Tangma terminate at Rimparsad. The world is kind of... You guys have a powerful, fast boat in your pocket. Well, the boat is just small. What makes it powerful is
I'm going to consult Farron and ask Farron, using his knowledge of geography, what he would think would be the best course of action.
Okay.
15.
We're gonna go fight Bowser again.
Oh, if you want to go fight Bowser again, we can go fight Bowser again.
Revenge! You guys are on experience. That fight's relevant.
We want the XP now. We're on XP levels now. We need that. We need that XP.
The murder hobo lifestyle reasserts itself into our meta. Okay, so the fastest way is probably a way that hits water because you guys have a very powerful boat that can move, like, again, at the speeds of a normal, like, modern-day human boat. You could get there in... It would take about 10 days.
You heard him? Did you hear him? He said the fastest way is across water. So it's not murder hobo, it's just expediency.
Yeah. But also, like, there are several rivers that cut through this entire everything. When you get south of the mountains, that's where it stops being Tangma and it starts being Zahoy. Oh, the basic that you would know about Zahoy without anything is it's ruled by a sovereign dragon. And it's very, like, they worship said sovereign dragon as though said sovereign dragon was a god.
Delightful.
You guys,
in the dragon's defense.
Good.
In the dragon's defense, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
The dragon and like well and truly all of like the monastery and Zahoy have a pretty good working relationship. It could be better because it's a very insular nation, but like they're not gonna hurt you. That said, the laws there are pretty strict. Justice is real harsh in Zahoy. Like, minor transgressions will provoke exorbitant fines. Death, disfigurement, and conscription are the name of the game most of the time. Like, cut purses will lose thumbs, no questions asked. Crucified highway brigands line roads they once plagued. A merchant who misfills his papers to like cheat the taxes might find himself serving for the rest of his life as a captain's scribe aboard a
I don't
warship.
suggest we go there because our monastery's way of living would require us to free these people because those are some very not nice rules.
The people seem to be okay with it. But again, they worship his formal title is His Supreme Draconic Majesty Dragon King Pham Duc Chuan. And he's again, they revere him almost as a god. Okay,
let me change my problem with it. If we go there, I'm going to insult the guy.
Fair.
Okay.
Let's avoid it.
So it sounds like the path we want to take is back up through the Gulf of Shidao on the southern end and then down into the Wandering Isles. Does anyone disagree?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, so as you guys, the boat comes. It's like the size of a note card. When it's folded up state and you set it in the water, and it doesn't necessarily like fold as so much as like suddenly magic happens, and it's a full sized Japanese binet. The oar leaves whoever's in it, whoever's carrying it. The oar like floats out and
Me.
lands with a little whack. It lands on the deck of the binet, and the spirit of the Nagaji picks it up and spin, slam. You guys mount up. As you mount up, you both definitely, though no one else can see it, the spirit is there. The spirit watches you as you move through the city of Ramparasad. It doesn't follow you onto the boat so much as it just continues to turn without moving its legs in your direction as you guys take off. Traffic's a lot heavier in this part of the world because it's a very densely populated region, so you can't go to full speed until you leave the town. But once you do, y'all know the idea. It's you take off and poof, in the direction of the Gulf of Shidao. It takes about a day because you can't like and then suddenly here's a sharp turn of a river, then you have to like brake and this kind of thing. Up and down you go. In this fashion, a couple of days pass before you get back to that fateful place. Because, yeah, we gotta do it. There's no reason not to do it. The morning dawns, the start of the third day, and the Nagaji spin, slam, the boat comes to a halt. As it does so, the water in front of it begins to ripple as several, like, pyramid-shaped objects, almost like a shark, come out over the surface of the water. You guys know what it is. And you guys also know the boat will stop when there's something for you to fight. It's up to you if you want to try to attack the dragon turtle.
So you are certain you wish to fight this thing?
The pyramids get ever closer to the boat.
It took my kukri. Slip into my stance.
Okay.
I mean, it does seem as though a bit of an understanding. I say standing up and just kind of like rolling my shoulders a bit.
Yeah, it might be. Okay. So you guys get into your stance, you roll the shoulders, and this is around the time. It's the same story. The dragon turtle bursts forth its head out of the surface of the Gulf of Shidao to Final Fantasy style be attackable. As it moves, the boat is... You guys aren't necessarily all in a start range, it's about like 23 feet. But if you would, please... I gotta get to fantasy grounds, because if you would roll initiative, the time has come. As the dragon turtle comes up, it overextends its neck a little bit, and it provokes an attack of opportunity from the pair of you.
Remind me, or no, I think Tarask would know that he's not good enough to hit it with his weapon yet.
Non-proficient is a -4.
Yeah, no. He knows not to try it with his katana yet. Unarmed strike from him.
Okay.
14, I presume, misses.
Yeah, you touch it, but you can't punch through its carapace. It's the same from... Actually, Tarask needs to roll that with disadvantage, and then roll a d6. I caught it this time. We're not going to forget it. Okay, still misses. Then roll a d6. Honor misses as well. And then it passes to Honor at top of the initiative.
Honor, you do have mage armor on you, by the way. Just a reminder.
What's that, 4?
Yep.
Plus 4 armor bonus, yes.
You got it.
Okay. Well, flurry.
Okay.
Key points.
Okay.
Offhand.
Okay. Hold on. We gotta slow down.
Oh.
Because there are several things happening. The third attack is rolled with disadvantage.
Okay. There's a second one for it.
Well done. Then roll a
It's
d6.
literally the same roll.
And then haste is the 4th. And then offhand. So I need to do one more for the offhand. There we go.
Okay.
And hold on. I still have one more attack. Or 2 more attacks.
Oh, Jesus
that's who I'm
Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. I'm having to make an edit to the sheet so I have the second one.
That attack's rolled at disadvantage. And then,
All right.
okay, fair enough.
And that is the second one.
Okay, okay, understood. So
And a crit
the only one that missed.
Oh, excuse me. Those last two were done. The ones with the double scythe were supposed to be with the kukri, so the
You mean the
crit thing
wakizashi?
for that is. Yeah. Well, no, I'm like, literally using the kukri right now.
Oh, fair. Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
The second
that
one
was
does
the
not
confirmed for
confirm.
that.
The first one does. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same number. 5. So 2 criticals, 6 hits.
Over 200.
No, it's 198 damage.
It is 198.
2
damage,
off.
and it is left with 2 hit points. Okay, that's fair. That is a thing that happened. Onru moves forward and in a flurry of death, just like begins shredding through this thing. It pulls back and roars, and Draconic, and now it's its turn. Reflex saves from the pair of you, please. The only thing I'm going to do this time is fight to the death and try to breath weapon you again.
Where's my kukri?
It doesn't know.
27.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
That does pass.
Hey.
Farron
only
needs to make it as
fortitudes.
well, so does Hero.
Hero point.
Oh,
Is it-
fair. Wow. Okay. Let me just quickly pull up Farron then. I don't have heroes up at the moment.
I vaguely understand what he adds. Okay, he passes.
I nearly forgot to add in the fact that Farron adds his reflex,
curious-
correct?
If you're curious as to why my reflex save is so high, I actually get to add my intelligence to it as well.
Your initiator score.
Yes.
Fair enough. Okay, so Farron fails. The only one who failed was Farron. Does Onru have evasion?
I have evasion. I take no damage.
Yes, you do. You actually like it. This happens as you're cutting it. Like it's almost like to knock the wind out of it, but the wind is a breath weapon, and just a cloud of steam covers everything. Hero will take half of this. That's a D8.
I will take half.
1, 2, and Farron takes the lot. It's fire damage if he has resistance. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Shabam! So 50.
Farron
wait.
is gone.
Okay, so 50 points
anyway.
of damage. Tarask takes 25 fire damage. Hero takes 25 fire damage. Onru
Farron is
expeditiously
gone.
dives out the way, and Farron goes back into your imagination.
Now that
And
brings up more questions about
I-
what Farron is now that I know what I am a bit more.
it does. I realize I accidentally.
Am I just like splitting off the
in my
is like
excitedness?
Farron the lid to my cup and I'm just like splitting, or am I just like taking off the handle and just turning it into a tiny mini cup?
Yes.
Mini cupette.
Yes, it's chipped, and you're the mom.
Farron is a shot glass. Farron is the shot glass to my mug.
Yeah, there you go.
He's
I also realized I skipped Tarask's turn. Oopsie daisy, it has 2 hit points. Oh, sorry, forgive me. I'm bad.
If it has 2 hit points, I was gonna.
Kill
I
it.
mean,
Kill it.
It's 2 hit points.
but yeah, if it's my turn and I kill it before it does the breath attack, would Farron still be alive?
Yeah, a lot of damage was just rolled. Yeah. Go ahead, make it happen. Farron will still be alive. I realized I skipped.
Farron
it, 'cause
is
I
in my
fumbled.
safe. Well,
Oopsie, that never happened.
Alright. I forgot I had these for a while now, but I remembered having them because I went back and was doing all my stuff again. I reach into my pouch, I pull out a bottled lightning,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna chuck it at the damn thing. Oh.
I will confirm. Hey, man, it never fails with you. But that's a 28, is it? No, it's a 32. A 32 to confirm.
Yeah, that confirms.
Oh, good, I did it. So
For Pete's sake.
Pete can't help you now.
Ow.
So we want double dice on crits now. So that's plus 16. 16 added to that for 39 points of piercing, bludgeoning, slashing. You reach into the back and you're able to grab the bottled lightning, but then like you turn around and the dragon turtle has taken you like into its mouth and just down. You're not like mechanically in its square. It spits you out. It hurts. Man, I always get the big crits on you. It never fails.
Ow, I hate these damned things! And I'm just gonna toss the bottle of lightning at it.
To be entirely sure, to be double great for the both of us. Okay, I don't have combat reflexes. Make a touch attack. Oh, why yes.
27.
Yeah, you definitely hit his touch armor class of 8.
6 points of damage.
Okay, do I get a save?
Let me check right quick. Range attack that deals. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, the 1d8 point of electricity is automatic, and then you do get a reflex save for a point of sonic damage.
Okay.
If you're concerned about that.
I passed the DC because it's like a 15. Because Trin was using these a lot in the package. Okay, so if you would flavor that kill, you monsters.
I just like toss the lightning at it, and it just like electrifies the water around it because salt water is really good conductor. It's a really good conductor.
Yeah, well, Mirrodin thought that too, and he couldn't get any buff to his shocking grasp. But fair enough. Yeah. So combat ends.
Well, this is for flavor. This isn't for mechanic.
Fair. Okay, so combat ends. I need to get more in the habit of doing this. Like I told you guys with the Mirai, it's not dead. It's at -4 and just stabilized. It goes belly up and just kind of floats in the water. Though it's stable, it will die without help. It will die without assistance. Something will come and eat it. And it's a sentient creature. Though it definitely responded immediately with violence, it has a brain.
It has like a positive intelligence score to the point of which it can speak and stuff.
Yes.
If I were to guess an intelligence score, would I say around 6?
Make a knowledge arcana check.
I can and will.
Which is, yeah, that's rolled with disadvantage.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Followed by
Well.
I'm going to throw the d6 at myself to keep myself double great for the both of us.
Oh, I actually... Wait, that should be a 16.
Fair. You
Why
yell
did I
at
roll
it because
intimidate?
you are full of anger. What do I do with my d6? Bring back my d6. Yep.
I don't see a D6.
There it is. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so a 16 is still pretty good. It's a dragon turtle is a true dragon. This thing is probably really, really old. They tend to make their homes both in salt and fresh water, where they rank really amongst the biggest threats to sailors and those who pass by ship pretty much anywhere. They're skilled mariners, up to and including like the Lokatha, would have known the territory that the dragon turtle. Hold on.
Oh, so, okay. I'm just kind of sitting here like,
Does
maybe
Enru
we
kill?
can
Is
rehabilitate.
that what I see?
Yeah.
I'm just standing there like, maybe we could try and make it friendly.
So the attack doesn't need to happen. It's an automatic coup de grace. Enru just like moves off the boat and whoop, onto the dragon turtle and just stabs
I just kind of like look down, chin, like, maybe we could befriend it, and then there's just like a like a bunch of entrails just tossed over my shoulder.
Does Tarask respond to what Enru just did?
There's just a breathe in through the nose, a breathe out,
And that is all.
and then say, well, it was its fault it decided to steal her kukri.
Duly noted. Okay, understood.
Silk rope around its shell, if I can.
That's a very big shell.
Oh my god.
To finish the knowledge check before Tiki rudely interrupted us, these guys tend to claim like vast territory in the open sea, out to like excess of 50 square miles. Fail to respect their territories, and they tend to capsize ships, adding the wrecks and cargoes to their their hoard. And you imagine that's probably out where its hoard is somewhere, and a hoard it truly would have. They tend to make their homes in deep caves, only accessible through the water. And like the fact that it's come out here in shallower water, it's indicative of something more. I'll go ahead and say now, before I forget, that a dragon turtle is worth 3,200 experience points when we cut it divided by 2 to the pair of you.
Let me quickly check, and I will let you know if that does anything good for us. Well,
Basically, I want to lash the thing to the boat.
Okay, the boat is not big enough to carry it. It's a big boy.
I don't want to actually put it on the boat.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. You want like a tow line. Okay, you're capable of doing so.
For the record, we are 4,800 away from level 7.
Got it. So while that's going on,
Um,
Enru lashes the dragon turtle to the back of the boat. It was so.
I'm actually going to put my bag on the boat and dive into the water.
Okay.
I am effectively blind, and I'm going to see how far I can get down before I start feeling that I may have to make my way back to the surface for air.
Okay. What's your Constitution score? Score, not modifier.
The score itself?
Yeah.
My score is 16.
16. So can't math. X this. You could last for. Oh God. Doing math. A little over 3 minutes before your lungs start to burn and you start feeling the need to swim up. Does the accelerate stuff affect a swim speed as well?
It's fast movement.
Okay.
It's whatever fast movement does. So if
Fair.
fast movement gives you swim speed, then yes.
I'm pretty sure it buffs all your speed. So Honor is able to quickly swim up before she needs to start making fort saves or risk drowning. 3 minutes swimming in the water is nowhere near enough to this is a shallow sea right now, but it's very, 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 very deep.
Okay. Coming back up. Climb up on the boat. Well, I can't reach the bottom, therefore my kukri is lost. And we're going to use that thing's carcass to make whatever material equipment we need. It has paid with its shell.
Pay with your shell!
And
You violated
it's
the law. What say you in your
Intriel.
defense? Then pay with your shell!
Oh, hey, look!
Has it occurred to you that we actually have a very difficult time with marauding shelled creatures of the turtley
Has it ever
type?
considered to you that maybe, well, okay, the ankylosaur, once we befriended it, was a cute little thing, and you gotta be honest about the...
Well, it was cute once I realized it was not trying to be a butthole.
Hey, it
That's
was
fair.
forced to be a butthole. By the way, was the
dragon turtle
ankylosaur...
made a conscious decision to come out and attack you, but it's out of its
Was the
wheelhouse.
ankylosaur still with the Gripply and the Kappa?
The ankylosaur it's used to. You didn't go that far. The village is days in the other direction. From where
Oh,
that
okay,
temple
fair
is.
enough.
Okay. So the quest continues. Another day passes. You guys are able to rest and recuperate. I'm looking at the map. That's where the fight happened. You guys will... actually, tying the dragon turtle to the back of the boat slows you guys down. Mechanically, it encumbers the boat, so you cannot pick up that speed. If you were to do so, it may very well snap the rope. That would make your journey a lot slower.
Sorry, I didn't actually spend my skill points, so survival, so I can skin the thing.
Okay, that is also a thing you could do.
Yeah, once we've actually stopped for the night, I'll actually make a butchery check to try to get most of the inside of the turtle out of it. Hey, it's also a meal. We can eat it.
You can. It's I will say that despite the morality of what just happened, eating a sentient creature is definitively an evil action. It's like a half a step away from cannibalism.
Okay, well, I won't then.
It is?
Yeah.
Would I know... Hold on. Considering I was raised drow, would I know that? Because it's not cannibalism because I'm not a turtle.
It's not cannibalism, but it's a half a step away in the fact that it's very frowned upon. To continue Tarask's knowledge check, it had 12 intelligence.
Oh, okay.
So it's it'd be like killing a human, being a drow. So you definitely could eat it and suffer no ill effects, but it is a universally evil action.
I would also like to point out that I tried speaking to it in Draconic last time, and it did not speak. So I do not know that it was intelligent.
Yeah, no,
you're not. Fair.
You're fine with the killing it part. Tarask will say, "I would advise us not to partake in its flesh. The creature was smart enough to be considered no beast, and while it may not be our kin, it is still a sentient creature. And under the teachings of Qi Sheng, all sentient life is sacred."
And also, the skinning it is fine in such a way that you can find like dragon scale armor all over the place. It's a similar idea, but like that's not an evil action so much as should you run into a dragon turtle or their ilk, they'll not be the happiest. Also, you definitely have fought a lot of things with shells. You're very right. That was not intended.
I mean,
well done, Tommy.
Killing it was fine, especially considering the fact it provoked an attack against us. But
yeah.
Eating
basically,
it,
I'm trying to get enough weight off of it that the scale and the shell would actually be able to be traveled with the boat, so that we can actually cut it into pieces. Because I figure dragon turtle shell would make very nice tower shields.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Go ahead and make that survival check if you would.
Guidance.
Good man.
I keep forgetting I have that. I'm sorry. I don't have the macro to just be the overtly like touchy cleric.
How much is guidance on top?
A
One.
+1.
Okay, so 18.
18 is basically enough. You think you probably could have done a better job, but there's a certain degree of haste, on not mechanically mind, but like you got to go a little bit quicker because things are going bad. So you stop and do it at night. Yes.
Question: do we find Anru's lost kukri lodged somewhere in its shell?
As I said, it never touched the dragon turtle. It's somewhere in the Gulf of Shidao. Assuming it's like something hasn't moved it between here and that'd just be like what, the current, or like a fish that sees a shiny and swims over.
Or
and
what
itself.
Creatures? Or no, those creatures don't live in salt water.
You apparently don't realize how stubborn I can be.
No, I see it.
I don't care. I don't care if I have to have water breathing. I'm going after that kukri.
Getting that non-magical back. Okay, fair enough.
I could have god weapons. I'm still getting the kukri back.
Regardless, you are able to get most of the meat off of the dragon turtle in such a way that like you're basically. I've been watching a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 lately, but a lot of like you're basically trailing its skin, which is now it becomes an issue of like you can pull it onto the boat because it's like its shell is heavy, its hide is heavy, but the meat was most of the weight. So it can you roll it up and put it on the boat in such a way that the boat can move full speed, and you have a dragon turtle hide. Congratulations.
Well then,
the shell is a separate thing. I forget that they can hang out and stuff. Turtles are fun.
I'm gonna spend my time cleaning the viscera and blood out of the shell while we're traveling.
As we're traveling, the Farron's just gonna say at some point, like after the fight, for a second there, I think I saw my life flash before my eyes. Did you nearly pass out? No. Strange.
Looking over to Tarask, how do you talk with parts of yourself? It's just, I don't know.
How do you swing your blade as fast as you do?
I don't even know that one. I mean, I realize the magic drink that I make every morning actually has something to do with it, but other than that, I think it's just innate.
There's your answer then, kind of. I summoned Farron as part of a familiar, but instead of summoning another entity, it seems as though I just snapped off a bit of myself and formed it into Farron. May I add the good part?
Sure.
It's just like a momentary glance from Tarask at Farron. It seems as though it still has the sass I never had.
Well, seeing as it's part of you, it has your sass. So it's basically keeping you from being a butt.
Yeah.
And it is a cat, so that kind of comes with the nature of it.
Cat rat, cat rat.
Cat rat. It's an awkward dichotomy that I accidentally did.
Okay. Yeah, it really is.
So
because the rat folk just looks over at his magical cat companion or familiar that is made from a segment of his own mind.
He's a very big glutton for punishment. Anyway, the night passes. The only thing that really disturbs you guys is the fish that approach the carcass of the dragon turtle as the meat gets off. Like obviously things will eat this. Like animals and things and the various scavengers of the ocean. The next day, you guys travel for a couple of hours before you reach the base of where like the Wandering Isles of Minata are, and it's around this time that the boat comes to a halt, and the Nagaji that's piloting it like it looks at Tarask, looks at Onru, looks at Farron and Hiro, nods once, takes the oar and turns it horizontally, kneels, pointing it up at the pair of you, and then disappears. The oar lands with a clatter.
It, like we're at a actual like physical island, right?
No, it's on the horizon.
I'm
Yeah, I'd
just
pick up
gonna-
the oar before it drops.
Okay, you are able to catch it. As you catch it, now that like the boat's active and stuff, you can feel like it almost pulses.
So I take a. We have to row manually from this point forward.
Well, it is a magical oar. I'm thinking maybe the spirit that was controlling it might not be able to go any further.
Fair.
Would actually make a. I'm going to use magic device check to see if I can get it to go towards the island.
Okay, understood. Oh, we have a check. Okay, so with the 26, you definitely can access the full powers of the oar, almost as if it's been like granted to you. It takes concentration. You can't do anything else, but like you've seen
I like
the
to
motion. You've seen the motion several times. Spin, 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 slam down, and the boat takes off really fast. You almost like, as it would happen, and you do it to like test it out. You shift your point of view from your face to right in front of the boat. And though you can feel the wind on you, you're moving very fast. It moves a lot slower, like normal speeds, in such a way that you can very easily navigate it. But
I imagine it's
Good.
just like as she gets that down, Tarask is just like en route, and then just like the speed picks up, and he just flies back into Hero.
fair enough. If you guys could really quickly make knowledge religion is good, knowledge local is also good.
I have knowledge, religion.
As we go on our like whirlwind tour of the Dragon Empires.
33. Wow. That's
Okay.
a good roll for me.
Well done indeed.
Yeah, I'm not even going to roll anything.
What was the other knowledge roll per chance?
Local.
Farron will also try and roll that one to be an assistant. Hey!
Damn, RNGs be priced. Okay, so Tarask knows very well. It's kind of like a old folktale, or in the Dragon Empires, that when the gods created Gloria and Minata was a single enormous bridge of land that connected Tian Sha with the continent of Sarasan, which is mysterious and lost in mystery to the south. In those days, a civilization known as Tamada ruled the land, and when the people blasphemed against the gods, the god of, I want to say destruction. Let me be double great for the both of us, Dewey. Doing a scroll. The god of, sometimes the sea, sometimes, yeah, basically he's the god of the sea, storms, thunder, and wind, Hafeng. He reached out with his 9-ring broadsword, and he smote the decadent, blaspheming fools. And that is the story of the formation of the Wandering Isles. As Hafeng says, nevermore in unity, lest you think yourselves greater than those who gave you life. The Wandering Isles of Minata are notoriously difficult to navigate, particularly as one sails further south, and it looks like you guys will be navigating by yourselves. Now, Onru can definitely, like, you don't have to go super fast, and going super fast would probably be bad. You would probably just, like, scuttle the crap out of your ship when you hit, like, a sandbar and just tear the bottom out of it, or, like, rocks and things. This is the... for the local, Minata is like the most diverse region in all of Chansha, bar none, with just like a breathtaking profusion of cultures, peoples. But despite this, many of the populations are very isolated. Like from island to island, you guys are probably legends at best, as far as like your rank at the monastery. Now we really are in the Outer Rim, to continue the Star Wars analogy. Like, people have heard tales of to the north a monastery exists where warrior monks train to defend the world from all the evils from powerful outsiders to brigands and everything between. Do you imagine there's going to be a lot of people very awestruck to see you here? But also, that dichotomy also creates several different kinds of cultures. Everything from like the short distance from island to island can set a community from like piracy all the way to like a theocracy or a full democracy or anything in between. It's all just completely different. Excuse me, what am I even saying? By and large, the islands form a sort of loose confederation, but it's very, very, very loose.
Okay, so would my blind side actually let me more easily navigate the sandbars?
It would if you were walking in it. If you were to ditch the boat, which you certainly could, you could move through yourself a lot easier. Well, that's not true. What's the range on it?
It's only 30 feet, but we'd still have to be going slow. So
okay. Yeah, it would function as like a very basic sonar. You could ping the bottom.
Okay, so basically every 30 feet or so, I'd close my eyes and check.
Okay. Taraska, have anything?
In terms of like us,
nah. As the boat takes off, is there anything you want to do? Okay. You guys.
No, he's just gonna kind of chill. He will pull out his compass and kind of like occasionally help Enru figure out where we're going, as well as using Farron and whatnot.
Okay, very good. You guys take off. It's much slower. It's like the speed of a normal boat as Enru concentrates and moves things, and it's not long before the full scope of the island comes into view, and it's very breathtaking. This is very much like the Pacific Islands of planet Earth. It's just gorgeous, vast vistas of palm trees and mountains and just all across the horizon as the Wandering Isles come full into view as you reach about midday. The first thing, basically, of note that happens... Yeah, we can do this. Okay, so it isn't long before you guys come upon a little... And when I say little, like, your boat's pretty big. His boat is, like, barely enough to contain him and, like, a sack for fish and a backpack for stuff. And he sees your boat coming, and this human man stands up and he waves his arm over his head. You can't hear him, but you imagine he's yelling to signal for your attention.
I'd head that way.
Alrighty. As you come into view, you guys approach, and the man he's real dirty and disheveled and looks to be in his mid to late 60s. I don't have any tokens because we're a little farther ahead than I thought we'd get. And he's, can you help me? You lads, you look capable of defending yourself. You look a little purple and well, I've seen the Nezumi, the Tien name for rat folk. You look like you could fight. Is that a floating cat? What is that? How do you do that? What's going on there? That horse looks a little smarter than he is. Actually, can you give me a hand, gentlemen? Lady?
What do you need?
My name is Bertrand. I live on, and he points over in the direction of the closest island. Over there at the port. I'm a simple fisherman. I do the fishing, I do the selling of the fishes, and without me, many in the village would starve, and I can't reach the village. Neither can any of the tradesmen or travelers come into the port. Because, unfortunately, in addition to our problems with the local lighthouse, there's been a tall man has set up a tent on a ship. He sits and he sleeps, and when you approach, he claims to be the samurai in charge. He won't let anyone pass for their own safety, and we've tried to reason with him, and we've tried to threaten him, and we've tried to bribe him, and nothing dissuades him from this crackpot scheme. Will you kill him for me?
Whoa, I say.
His eyes
Well-
get real
A bit
big.
far there.
We'll see if we can make him let people pass, but I'm not just going to say I'll kill someone for no reason. We may challenge him to a
Understand.
duel.
We understand your concerns, sir, but you must understand that while we do have teachings that would allow us to help with this problem, it would be against our teachings to just simply seek to rid a problem by killing it.
Unless, of
Fine.
course, it's a dragon turtle.
Unless, of course, see, you're carrying the hide of a dragon turtle.
I just kind of like
that
look
may have
over.
been an evil action. You killed a sentient creature, but
I just
you
look
had
over at
reasons, I
Enru.
guess.
Look very annoyed.
It attacked us
It
first.
did attack us. We tried several times to make peaceful conversations with us, and as I said, peace is our first option. It's not our only option.
Good, that's good, because you might need to kill this man. He's
Why are you so adamant on killing him?
because the town will starve. I can't get my fish there. He's got a tent on his boat, and he won't let anyone pass.
Well then,
All right. We'll go deal with it. Okay, just
yeah.
calm
yes.
down.
Would you like
Calm
to
down.
come with us, or do you want us to?
I can. I'm no good in a fight. I have fish. And he picks up.
I don't- we
No,
don't-
no. We meant that
we
more
don't
so
want you
as
to
in
fight.
as in like somebody to help us talk this situation out.
I
So that way you can like if you know the town as well as you do, as you claim to, and we have any questions that he may brings up, we could ask you them. So that way we may make a good decision.
okay. I suppose I can go with you and talk to the big man. What was his name again? I was too scared. I did a run and so is everyone. That's why I think we have to kill him. His name was Akane, if I remember quite correctly. Yes, it was fine. And he gets up and he begins, as you guys like start moving forward. He has to paddle pretty furiously to keep up, but he seems able to do so.
I'd actually pass him the rope to tie to the front of his boat.
Yeah. Like we wouldn't make him like paddle to keep up with us.
Oh, good. Okay, I'll tie myself to the back of the boat. Why is there so much blood on the back of the boat? What
Dragon
has happened?
turtle.
Oh my! A CR9 creature! Oh, would have been quite a hoard if you could have reasoned with it. Quite amount of gold. I will stop speaking in matter. And he wilts back into a regular NPC as you guys pull him. not a lot of time passes.
Looking over at him in Metaspeak. Well, I did take out all of two of its hit points in a single course of action and asked it where my kukri was. If it wanted to give us my kukri back, it would have.
That's fair. You did a lot. That was Vindication. That's probably a name. It's just Vindicated. Okay, so about an hour passes as you guys approach, and he calls it a boat. This man, Batrin, does, but it's less of a boat and more as if the wreck of a boat has hit on a sandbar that crosses a couple of islands in, imagine like a horseshoe shape, and then here at the top part to make a D turn 90 degrees is the sandbar, and you see the man well before you get close enough to talk to him, because he's definitely the biggest man you've ever seen in your whole life. He clearly is not a normal human. His armor, his Oyori, as you get a little closer, doesn't quite fit. That's how big he is. It's like the Kabuto is a little too small, so it only covers like the top of his head, and he can like pull it down to like down it's gonna fit, and boop, it will go right back up. The chest piece comes down to in such a way that like his gut is exposed, and then he's got a haramaki, or not haramaki, but I don't think it's called a haramaki, the like chest wrap to cover it from there, and it's very, 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 very hodgepodged. And as you get a little closer, you see Akane. Standing next to him is by the standards of a straight male, a gorgeous, beyond gorgeous Tien woman with just raven black hair with like every third or fourth streak is dyed a different color of the rainbow. her clothes match the same. They look almost as hodgepodge as Akane's, but like not so much so as like this doesn't fit, and more so like just like this was very important for all colors to land on this individual. As you get a little closer, they seem to be in a very, very heated conversation.
Slow the boat.
I'm sorry, I need to get by. You have such a strong voice, but you're being silly for not allowing me to pass. I'm a very busy woman, and I haven't got all day. And then he responds, beg to report, miss. The port has criminals enough. Woman, like, as you guys pull up at the boat, she's, I know what I saw. A band of merchants was trying to get by, and you, standing on this sandbar here, pocketed all manner of beads and anything else you could get your hands on. No. I'm certain you're mistaken. No, I saw you with my own eyes. And as you guys get a little closer, those eyes are a little like... the spark of intelligence seems to have missed this man by a mile.
Who are you that gives you permission to have any kind of say in who may pass?
Okay. You guys clearly see it, but Akane does not. He turns to regard you, and the rainbow woman just around the side and is gone. He is completely just like, it goes way over his head that that's even happened. It just, I beg your pardon, the islands are closed. I'm going in the wrong voice. Beg your pardon, the islands are closed. I've got a town and merchants to protect. You cannot pass.
So you're protecting the town and merchants from their food source.
Yes.
Indicating. So by that logic, you are saying that they cannot have food.
Yes. That's how this samurai business works. I protect them.
Well, so you're going to protect them by starving them to death.
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
And
Are you...
if I said I'm going to that town, whether you like it or not.
He gets a little flustered as you say this. Just are you challenging me to a duel?
Yes.
It would not be a very long duel, sir.
Okay, so as he, like, you say this, and he draws a katana, but the katana is pretty disheveled. It's obviously not like the full, like what a samurai would carry, so much as like, this is a sharpened bit of tin. Let's put it on some wood. It's a sword now. Just, okay, fine.
I'm going to set my my scythe blade down, or rather back on my back, and pull out a weapon of old. 2 ever-burning torches.
Oh, good.
The regular ones.
Oh, good. Okay, fair enough. So, you draw them, he draws his sword. You guys can both tell this guy is a lot more bark than his bite. It's not going to be hard for Honor to walk up and just kill him dead.
I'm not going to kill him.
Well, okay, knock him out dead then. But like he's not.
No,
flinching.
no, not even doing that.
Okay.
What I plan on doing is basically sunder his sword, sunder his armor, and basically knock all of it off of him with my strikes.
Okay. Oh god, this is gonna be great.
Here's a quick D20. This is
Tarask is just gonna walk back to the fish merchant and say, "Merchant, do you happen to have any decent fish, like large size? I don't know, whatever type of fish you all have, but do you have something that I could gnaw on?"
Of course, I have several fish, and I have some shellfish, and I have some crabfish, and I have some other fish.
I'll take a think of oysters. I say as I like fish out a coin of like a gold coin, like very obviously like yep, gonna get some shrimp, gonna get like a.
So the man's eyes go like wide as you pull out a gold because this is worth like a couple of copper. It's he's probably never seen a gold piece in his whole life, so much as like this part of the world subsists on trading like copper here, copper there. Oh, thank you, kind Nezumi, so generous. Takes the gold before you can recant, puts it in his pocket. Here's an oyster. Oh, you must like oysters. They're good. I like oysters too.
If you wouldn't mind giving me like a bunch or something, I was going to just crack them and eat them while my friend here made her point.
He passes one more oyster, takes one out for himself. Oh good, he's going to die. Akane's dead. Oh good. Oh.
He's not going to die, but
okay.
I just crack it.
On your roll initiative.
I'm cursing myself for only having gold pieces.
Yeah, you blow his initiative out of the water, and they act first. You just, by my order as samurai, defend yourself. Okay. All of those. This is a Sunder attempt, right?
Yes, on each individual item that he has.
Okay. He swings as you to go in your direction, and he misses just wildly. It's he doesn't even hit your flat foot. He's just he goes to swing out as you're moving, expecting you to almost like Final Fantasy style, to stand there. Now it is my turn. Ha! But you've moved, and he's completely flustered. You don't necessarily have to roll for it. It's a very fast thing that happens. It's not long before you almost could even stop as fast as you're going and remove his kabuto off. And he's got a loincloth on under it, but that's it. He gets real wide-eyed.
Okay, in that case, instead of making the attacks, I'd just literally remove everything from him. Okay, I would just basically undress him.
And so you just, I thought you wanted to fight. This is not fighting. This is what is you and me. I've never been with an elf before.
Jurassic is just gonna burst out laughing.
I'd smack him in the nose with the end of one of the torches.
All right, it's very obvious.
Jurassic is just gonna burst out laughing and just nearly fall off the boat at that.
And he takes it. His nose starts to. I don't think that was the most honorable way to approach the situation. You've undressed me and you've struck me and.
I'd ring his bells down there.
Okay. Fair. He continues to scream as the bells are rung. Ask not who the bell tolls for. It tolls for Kane.
Jurassic is laughing so hard he's crying at this point.
And so is Basher. He wishes he was dead now. Oh! Cracks open another oyster and the man is utterly dumbfounded. Hero watches on as well. That succeeds.
I basically get him in an arm lock and start pulling his arm up behind him.
Okay. Please, stop! I surrender. I submit. Let me go.
You heard him, Onru.
I let go of him. Are you going to keep people from their homes and their merchants again?
No, of course not. I have lost. I have disgraced myself. He picks up his katana. I use the term loosely. It's basically a crappy sword-like thing. Almost like the dog slicers.
A piece of metal shaped like a katana.
Or it's more like a horse chopper. And he goes down to a knee, offers the sword to Honor. Just, please, take my life. I have disgraced everything I know.
I'm just
taking the life of someone who I believe probably had a good idea in their heart would disgrace me.
Yes, I am noble.
But you should,
father before me.
You should probably ask others how you best would help the city.
In fact, perhaps we should get some clarification here from all of the parties involved. Why are you doing this?
Because, like my father before me, though he was a little smaller, then he looks at his sad small armor, then Mother was a giant. You see, I have taken an oath of the warrior, and I will defend the islands with my life. He gets real, the flash of valor hits his eyes real fast, as if he forgets he's standing in his loincloth.
So what was your father?
My father was a samurai.
I meant race.
No, he was a human.
And your mother was a giantess.
Yes, I am a half-giant.
That explains a bit, I say, kind of looking him up and down. You do have the stature of one.
Yes, what I lack for intelligence, I beg to report, I make up in size. I know next to nothing. Is that good?
Not really, friend.
Oh, he kind of shrinks a little.
I just kind of like pat him
However-
a bit on the side, like, it's fine, friend. We understand
However,
you're only
if-
intending to do good.
If you are trying to help the people, you should probably find one of the people and ask them how to best protect them.
Okay.
A job
I
as a
kinda look over-
bodyguard, or going to the town hall, asking them for a job in guarding.
I look over to Anru at this point. I mean, perhaps if he were to aid us in our journey, we could teach him the ways of our monastery.
Yes!
If he really wishes to help people.
I will go with you. And Batrin at this point is like head in hands. This is not the show I paid for. But yes, I will go with you. If you will have me, I will travel with you.
Looking to Tarask, he's the one that deals with the companions, so that's his choice.
I wish to accomplish many great deeds, but I haven't accomplished many of them yet. Simply guarding the islands, but clearly.
Here, friend. Calm yourself. We understand.
We'll even help train you a bit.
Yeah, Anru here is very knowledgeable in the ways of the martial arts, and I am very skilled in bookwork and healing. With us, you could help us quite a bit.
Good. Then I will join you. He goes to like start jamming his armor back on. It's painful to watch.
That armor doesn't fit.
It's all I have. Do you have more armor for me? How will I protect myself?
I have spells that can aid you. I'm a
Magic!
magic user.
Magic is not the
we
path of a
actually-
true warrior.
Hold on. We actually just killed a dragon. We'll just craft you some dragon armor.
Yes.
Okay. He is very like kid in a candy store is a comment. You guys had to stop the boat, so there's some way for him to pull himself up.
I just use our little empathetic link to send the idea over of us being like parents.
And that's where we're gonna call it for tonight. I
Just nodding.
I can think of no better place to end this. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
God.
And I'm gonna hit stop streaming button first this time. We'll see you next time. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.